And there we go. We are live. Welcome, everybody. It's been a while. It's been like a week, Eric.
It's been few for me. So
yeah. Well, welcome, Eric Johnson. He is the branch manager of one of the Ogden branches. You guys already know him because he's one of our distinguished guests every week.
Regular contributor.
Yeah. You're a regular contributor. That's right. Content contributor. We are going to talk about jobs. I know the market has changed a little. It's since the last time we spoke, since we went live, there's not as many jobs out there. And there are a few companies that are still hiring this is their busy season. So if you're underemployed, you hate your job maybe, or you're just not happy where you're at, there's still some great opportunities for you. If you're unemployed, or maybe you're in an industry that's still a little volatile, this might be your chance. We talk about the ebb and flow of jobs, really the last year, Eric, where things were crazy. It was a job seekers market. Then it wasn't. Then it was again. And now the job seeker market, it's not as big as it was a couple months ago. There's not as
tighter, but it's
a little tighter. But luckily here in Utah, northern Utah, Elwood is the front door for some of the best companies that are out there. And we still have some spots, some great positions, career movement that's going on, a lot of growth. Our clients are growing and we're growing with them. And so we're gonna talk about these jobs. Side note, we do have some internal openings: on-site specialists, on-site managers, staffing recruiters, staffing assistants. So come grow with us. You can apply online, just elwoodstaffing.com. You can also just, I'd prefer if you just email me your resume for consideration. Throw it on the screen there, Stephen.Farrell@elwoodstaffing.com. And let's help you make your next career move. So before we get into all the fun, Eric, we're gonna just do this quick intro. You ready?
I love the intro. Best part of the show.
Hit it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We have the biggest news ever in history right now that we're about to. This is a live video going into the job board. I was really getting into the beat there, Eric.
I hadn't heard the song in a while, so yeah, it reminded me of everything I love about it.
Oh, that's so sweet. All right, well, thank you everybody for joining us. We're going to talk about jobs. We even Eric made this fancy slideshow. Check that out. That kind of looks like a business card. You got your address, phone number, and email, and then you got the jobs to the left. That's pretty fancy. How'd you come up with that, Eric?
Yeah, I originally came up with this. I actually looked at it 6 months ago. So we use the same slideshow in August of 2020. And some of the same customers are on here, but one thing I noticed, Stephen, is almost every job that was already on there, the pay has gone up in the last 6 months.
Woo!
The pay rates on all the jobs, some of these same postings we had in August, but the pay has modified between now and then. One of the things you talk about when you talk about still a employee's job market. So
yeah, job seekers market.
I got the template. Like I said, I originally made it a while ago, and then we just polished it up and updated it a little bit today. So
no, that's great. To Eric's point, everyone has increased their wages over this past year and even over the past few months. So if you thought, Althea was paying one wage, a few months ago and you think it's the same now, think again. We've had a lot of pay increases across the board as we've coached our clients that, the demand for wages has continued to increase, and it's a very competitive market. And so, when you're looking at attracting talented individuals, you need to, number one, be competitive with what the market demands for wages, which right now, to even get into the ballpark, right, you have to be paying $14 an hour to be on a level playing field with your peers. But if you want to compete, if you want to win the game, if you want to attract talented individuals, you need to start paying $15 to $16 an hour. And that's really hard to do. But we've been fortunate enough to have companies that have worked really hard to make the changes on their wages. Not every one of them could do it. It's just, you're asking a big ask to increase somebody's wages, like for 1,000 people. It's not just increasing it $1 an hour. It's increasing $1 an hour for everyone in the building. And then you got to look at tenure and go, okay, how do I do an equal increase for my tenured employees, so the brand new people coming in aren't making the same? And some were able to do that and some were not. But that's a multi-million-dollar, in some cases, a $200 million increase in wages over just a 1-year time span. That's a big ask, and not every company could do it. And so we're, the companies that couldn't do it, we perfectly understand. And we know that you wanted to, and you're finding other ways to attract people, right? Having better management in the facility, treating people well, make them feel like they're part of the team, giving them new skill sets to learn, new opportunities that they might have not been able to give up elsewhere. So there's not every company could do it, but the ones that were able to, which was quite a few, they're trying to be competitive. They're trying to give you a wage that's not just livable, but a wage that you can really rely on and count on. And so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some of these positions, some of these companies, lots of wage increases, and still quite a few jobs out there locally that we've worked closely with these companies to during their busy season. So pay attention. If you're a job seeker, this is your time. If you're underemployed, you're looking for a better opportunity, this is what you need to stay tuned for. And if you're a company out there hiring and you're struggling to find people, pay attention. Check out these companies, check out their wages, check out their shifts, and see if you can find something that would be good for you to attract some more people. So Eric, you ready for this?
Let's go. And this is not all encompassing. We're going to hit, like I said, some of the, I don't want to even say the main customers, but we've picked a handful of customers to touch base and spotlight. But opportunities that are listed here, nothing's the exact right fit. I'd still encourage you to give us a call or shoot us an email, or at least apply, because there are other customers that maybe have not as many openings, so we didn't spotlight them on here, but maybe one of those opportunities is the right fit for you. And the only way we can know is if we talk about it. So
exactly.
Yeah. We've done a lot of recruiting for Althea over the last year. Right now, our focus is on their dry production and packaging side. That area does 8-hour shifts. Oh, that's terrible. There we go. So they do 8-hour shifts, days, swings, and graves. So days pays $12 an hour. A lot of the companies we work with, most of their needs are on nights right now, but Althea needs help on days and nights. So if you're somebody who prefers day shift, this is one of those customers that does have just as many needs on days as they do on nights. Swings and graves pay a $2 differential. So swings and graves pay $14 an hour. They're Monday through Friday shifts. They are doing some overtime on the weekend, so it could be some Saturdays and opportunities for time and a half. Generally speaking, you're not lifting more than 30 pounds. A lot of times you're working with less than that. Again, you're packaging product, or you're working at the end of a line that's packaging dog food and running machines that are sealing bags and stacking those bags, or you're hoping to hand pack dog biscuits and things like that into boxes or tape those boxes up. It is Spanish speaking friendly. They have Spanish speaking supervisors on all shifts. So if that is your preferred language or your only language, or if If you know somebody that's looking for a Spanish speaking friendly job, this is definitely it. Their location is at 28th and Wall. So if you're public transportation, it's very public transportation friendly, just right on Wall, just a few blocks from the Ogden, the Central Depot over by the Union Station. So easy location to get to. Easy location, 8-hour shifts, trainable positions, Spanish speaking friendly. So definitely, like I said, something that's a great get in the door type of position. If you're looking for something here in Central Ogden, one of the few big employers that's got a location here in the middle of town. So.
Yeah, I like how you hit on it's easy to get to, right? It's right off of Wall and 28th. It's right on the bus route, Monday through Friday with some weekends. Like this is an ideal schedule for a lot of people. Great wages starting out. And the options for overtime is always nice. I mean, I remember a few months back, it was oil filled type of overtime. You could just work 80 hours if you wanted to. So there's been some change in leadership, a lot of just a better environment for a lot of people. We get a lot of good feedback. It's not the same place as 2, 3, 4 years ago. And it's a place you can start your career. It's also a place where you can build your career, and it also can just be a place to make ends meet for you and to start growing a better income and getting that experience. So I really like about this position is it's Spanish speaking only friendly. So you can be 100% speaking Spanish, not really have any English vocabulary built up yet, and you can still get into this position. I keep getting a call from like the same person over and over. What do you think? Am I in trouble?
Nobody likes you that much to keep calling you for a good reason.
Oh, well, hey, I got to call you back.
And if you have a little more experience, like I said, most of the needs there are more entry level. If you have some machine operator experience and working at Althea and the location, all that stuff appeals to you, you can still contact us. And we can definitely talk to the supervisors over there and see if they might have a little more specialized position that maybe can utilize your experience and pay you a little more coming in the door if you have the experience to bring in with it. So
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, Eric, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna let you take it over for Autoliv.
Okay. So our friends at Autoliv, which is on the west side of the 31st Street exit, 31st in Pennsylvania. Most of their needs right now are for what are called material handlers. Those are the people that are bringing materials from the warehouse to the production line to keep the production line stocked and running so they don't have to wait on parts. And then they're also taking the finished product as it gets built up on the lines, getting that taken away and back to the warehouse so that product can get ready to go out the door. So we are getting a few production positions, but most of the openings are for material handling positions. You don't have to necessarily have material handling experience. You just have to be willing to do that type of warehousing work for most of the openings we have right now. The opportunities are on the off shift, some swing opportunities, and then also mostly overnights, grave shifts. And those positions pay $17.28. Again, some weekend work is available. Just kind of depends on what's going on in your line or your area. Trying to take volunteers, and if there's not enough to keep things going, then there could be some opportunity sometimes where you have to work a shift. But still a great company to get in the door at, a great employer here in the area. Cafeteria, gym, they have all those things on site and available. So they do have, and Steve was talking earlier about some of the amenities and things like that different employers are trying to bring things, differentiate themselves. Autoliv has had a few of those type of nice things in place for a while now. You're muted.
Autoliv's always been a staple of the community, an employer of choice, and they pride themselves in that. We've always pride ourselves in being the front door of Autoliv and helping people really start their career, long-term career in production, and even go into, all the 100 different verticals that support a production facility. We had Autoliv HR team on a past broadcast and talked to Socum, if I said her name incorrectly, I'm really sorry. but she, has been with Autoliv for 19 years, and she started an attempt to hire position through SOS Staffing, which is, was acquired by Elwood. And, now she's part of the HR team, and it's such a great company to really expand and grow your career, grow your skill sets. And now with what Autoliv's offering for pay, I mean, it's hard to compete with the wages that are being offered. Just a great place to start your career or continue to grow your career. So please consider Autoliv in part of your overall career assessment and different positions that you're looking for. We don't really have much openings, from my understanding, but they do come often. So as Autoliv grows, so inside of Autoliv, Eric, we have a different type of position that's not really production or light industrial. That that a lot. It's really for the right fit, the right person. Do you want to hit on our sorting and inspecting positions inside of Autoliv?
Yep. So ES Quality is a vendor of Autoliv's. They focus on quality control inspection. They run the same shifts as Autoliv, so they're 8-hour shifts. One difference is we do have some day shift opportunities right now. We hadn't for a while, but that has changed in the last just since the last week. They are more focused on attention to detail and visual inspection, which means it's less lifting, less physical. You're not running production machines. You're not, I talked about the material handlers. You're not driving, forklifts or what are called Cushmans that deliver materials. You're at a workstation inspecting product either before it's being used in the production process, or you're doing final inspection of product once it's been assembled to verify that it meets all the expectations. So Autoliv knows everything that goes, all the materials that come in the door meet their expectations, and everything, all the final product that goes out the door meets their expectations. So the pay is a little less because, again, this is not, doesn't have the same physical requirements. But again, it's 12 and up depending on shift. We can do some part-time on swings and graves, some of the hours, but like I said, most opportunities are full-time opportunities. And again, because production does some weekends, ES Quality has some opportunities for overtime as well. And most of the openings are at Autoliv, the 31st Street location we talked about before. Autoliv does have a warehouse in the BDO. We do have a few graveyard positions over there as well. So if you like the idea of working for, like the idea of ES Quality, but prefer to be further north, and if you're open to overnights, we do have some openings out there on that shift as well. So.
Woohoo! Oh wait, we got some comments here. What's that emoji? Is that like a raise the roof or?
Yeah, I don't know. Hand clap.
High five. And then we got ES Quality, woo, with a lot of enthusiasm. Right there, that should tell you to take the job, accept the job right now with that much enthusiasm from somebody. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, obviously we got somebody who's familiar with ES Quality and knows that's a fun group to work with, and yeah, there's definitely a team or camaraderie, which again, all of our customers go for that, but ES Quality, they definitely have a core group there that really just are doing it as much because, like a lot of us at work, because they love what they're doing and love who they work and like who they're working with. So,
woo! All right, well, thank you, big fan out there. Whoever said ES Quality, appreciate the comment. Let's jump into our next company with a few openings. A new company just made the news recently, right?
Yep. We saw, I think you sent me a link on a KSL article, and then I saw one for, I think, Channel 4 News for Microgem. This is medical testing manufacturing. They are brand new to Ogden. They have production elsewhere, but they're literally starting up a production facility here. They're in a location right now. They're going to be changing locations. So they're building stuff up. Their machines are coming from overseas. They're getting built up by machine build specialists here. So there is some, I guess, you have to be willing to do a little bit of everything, with a new company starting. They're going to move this. Eventually, going to have to move everything from their current location to the bigger location that they're headed towards. So, could even be doing some packing and stuff like that to help things move from one location to another. But the main focus is machine operation. It's clean room environment for some of the positions. And like I said, medical manufacturing, right now they're running the day shift, but eventually they plan on running all 3 shifts. They plan on needing, I think, about 50 people per shift in order to be fully operational. So,
Whoa.
He's down the road as well.
Yeah.
But now the goal is to get the day shift going, get that new facility, get everything going in the new building that they just acquired. And then eventually, like I said, getting the other shifts into the fold and really be 100% up and running. So if you're interested in being in something on the front end, medical manufacturing is of interest to you. Like, Microgen might be a great opportunity. We had some people start today. We had some people start a week ago Monday. So we've had a couple of groups start in the last couple of weeks. Sometimes they've gone a couple of weeks between starts too. Just again, they want to make sure that they have the right resources and people available for the training process. They don't want to just have people start and not have anything to do. So they've been staggering starts a little bit. So you have to have a little bit of patience with that. But it's been really fun to work with them so far. I've had a chance to go over there a couple times. I don't think you have yet, Stephen, but it's
no. I need to though. Where's my invite, man?
Every time I go over, and my team actually went over last week. I stayed here, and everybody else went, so I haven't even seen the latest iteration. Like I said, so what they saw was different than what I've seen so far. So every time you go over, these things are continuing to evolve and get in place. So it's kind of fun to be on the front end of something, especially if you have an interest. Medical manufacturing or not open to or don't have a concern with being in a clean room environment, the bunny suits, all that stuff. So
sweet. Great new company, really proud partner to staff for them, and we're excited about the work that they're doing. So be patient with the process, only a few small groups at a time as they get their facility built up, but definitely going to be a long-term option for many people and a great career. All right.
Okay.
Let's since we're 22 minutes in, to spend maybe just a short highlight of the next few ones.
Quick. Yeah, we're going to be done in 30 minutes. I've got somebody who's going to be here in 5 minutes. So we work with the credit union here in Ogden. They were closed yesterday. So if you like the idea of a job that has bank hours, they close for all those what we used to call bank holidays, President's Day. We were here working hard.
Given they're a credit union, that makes sense, right?
Yeah. So all those federal holidays. So these are internal. They're not front facing. They're inside of their operations center, working in different departments, and then just either helping customers over the phone or via electronically, emails and chats, or working with other departments or working with other vendors. Maybe you're trying to track down some document for somebody's loan package and it hasn't come over from another bank or credit union. So you might be calling on that, or helping get those records together and things like that. So customer service skills, good entry-level clerical positions, 11 to 12.50 an hour, depending on the position. Banker hours, basically between 8 and 5, 8:30 and 5:30, Monday through Friday. So if you're looking for something during the day, during the week, and to use, like I said, those clerical skills, and there can be growth opportunities. Again, the positions we get are more the entry-level positions, but those are the door opportunities. Obviously, this is a big local employer, so there can be a lot of opportunities for growth once you get going with them too. Next,
I think it has to be said, Eric, that there a lot of staffing companies out there just don't have these clerical positions. They're just hard to come by. And the truth of the matter is because they're not hard for most companies to staff clerical positions because they're highly sought after. And so if you're in the clerical field, administrative field, and you haven't considered attempt to hire staffing company, it sounds kind of scary to you. Let us put you at ease. Call us. We'll walk you through it. It's no different from being hired directly on with that company. Your paycheck's coming from Elwood instead of that company for a couple months, and it's no different if you were to get hired on. You still get benefits day one through Elwood Staffing if you enroll into them. You get paid holidays after 1,000 hours worked. You're treated like you're part of the team. It's really not different. It's not scary. At the end of the day, we're all an attempt to hire, right? No job is guaranteed. You're just going to have Elwood on your paycheck for a couple months, which frankly, I think is awesome when you have Elwood on your paycheck. That's Elwood's an awesome company, 10th largest light industrial company in the United States. And, we're privately held, which is very unique. So it's something to check out. If you haven't considered temp to hire before for a clerical administrative role, you definitely want to check this out if you want to get your feet wet in administrative clerical type of positions. All right, let's roll.
All right, so these openings are through our 12th Street office. So again, all of our offices work together. So if you live here in closer to my office or in South Ogden or interested in one of these, you can still come to our office to sign up. But most of these openings are in the BDO or more on the north side of Weber County. So Treehouse is a food production customer of ours. They do Monday through or 8-hour shifts, 8.5-hour shifts. The openings we have are on swings and graves, $14.50 on swings, $15 on graves. They try to manage their overtime by going every other weekend. And so if they're going to need to do overtime, which weekends it's going to be happening. And they pay an extra 50 cents on the weekend, plus, of course, anything over 40 is time and a half. So you have a higher pay rate on the weekend to begin with. And then, of course, if you worked all your shifts during the week, then that's going to put you into overtime at a higher rate as well. These are packaging positions. They're a bakery. They're packing different types of primarily cookies, trying to make sure those are coming off the line properly, hand packing product if a package is short or something didn't go in properly, and then prepping those to go down different lines so they can get sealed and all that. And then, again, packing them into boxes onto pallets, things like that. You do have to have a food handler's permit, and you do have to have steel-toed footwear. So you have to have steel-toed shoes. We have the ability to help with the food handler's permit if that's the only barrier, but you would have to have, like I said, the steel-toed shoes in order to start out there. So,
yeah, Treehouse used to be known as Loft House, and everyone we've heard Loft House has had a bad name in the past, and I can't speak to that, but what I can speak to is there's a lot of new management. The associates that we have out there working, at Treehouse have really enjoyed the work. It's not as hard as they thought it would be. They like their coworkers, even their boss, and they're enjoying it. And sounds like they get to eat all the cookies they want during break time. So, hey, if you like cookies, this might be a good place. I think the waffle line is really going to start ramping up pretty soon. So if you like waffles, so it is a bakery environment. It's not hard, but it is physical. You're on your feet for long hours, and it's a pretty fast pace. So if you maybe left a few years ago when it was Loft House and had a bad experience, maybe give Treehouse an opportunity. New company, new brand, new look, new feel, new environment, and it might be a good place for you. So definitely check them out. And we're one of a couple staffing providers out there. You can go through any staffing provider that staffs out there, and you'll get the same experience. We just hope you'll consider Elwood as your premier staffing provider to get those health, dental, and vision benefits day one. So you don't have to worry about those things. So
we're on that note, doing a video on Tuesday afternoon to tell you about all these jobs too, right?
That's right. Exactly. All right. Let's jump into the next one.
Another customer out in the BDO, which is the Business Depot. BDO is the business industrial park that starts at 12th Street and goes north from there. ReaderLink is a book distribution center. So again, they're doing 8-hour shifts on swings Monday through Friday. They're doing, actually, they're not 8-hour shifts. They are 6.5-hour shifts. So on the graveyard shift, they're actually going 6 days a week, 6 nights a week. So it's a little shorter shift, but they are doing that Friday shift to make sure people get their full 40 in. These positions are picking and packing orders. So it is a book distribution center. They get large shipments of books in. They stock them, and then you're pulling and putting orders together. so that those books that are coming in mass to the warehouse can now go out to hundreds of different retailers and things like that. And each store gets exactly what they need. Things are coming in and out all the time because of seasonal changes. Holiday books are coming back in. I'm sure a lot of springtime, gardening, golf, all those things that now people are going to start thinking about wanting to buy books about and read about now that the nice weather's here in Utah. It's snowing yesterday and today, but should be around the corner in the next month or so. And then, so like I said, the main area is picking and packing orders. You do use a headset for that. You actually have a headset that's telling you what, as different boxes come down, what books in your section need to be picked and put into those boxes. So it's pretty high tech. Then you cross train into other areas too. They have an area that does returns, just like I said, as out of season books or books that didn't sell come back, getting those checked back in and stocked back in. They have areas that do promotions when they have special things, stickering projects and things like that. So there's a lot of different areas, but most of it is like helping to pick and pack orders. They're not making anything there. All these books are published elsewhere. It's just helping, like I said, to get the right materials to the right stores so that everybody can buy the books they want when they go to Target and Sam's and Walmart and all those places.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of ReaderLink. I'm a big reader. I feel like I'm in heaven when I walk through that facility. But the reason some of our teammates are big fans out there, our associates that are working, is it's not physically demanding. I mean, the books get a little tasking, a little heavy at times, but you're stickering books, you're sorting books, you're building pallets, you're building box displays that go into like Target and Costco and different places like that. There's even it's the worst place, Eric. I hate this machine. Inside they destroy the the paperback books that have been returned and there's no place to go, and they've got to shred some of them, not all of them, but some of them. And so if you like shredding books, that might be a fun job for you. But yeah, anyways, so great place. I think we're running out of time here. Just real quick, I'll highlight Eric, Fresenius Medical Care. We don't have a lot of openings out there, but we are hiring on all shifts. Main focus on the night shift. That's 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. You work 3 12-hour days, right? Or 3 12-hour shifts in a row. And then you work a 6-hour shift on the 4th day. It's a pretty sought after schedule. You can make 15 and a quarter to all the way up to 16.75, depending on what shift. And what a great company, what a great staple. Really making a difference in people's lives. Those people that are renal patients that are relying on, dialysis. Such a cool company to be part of, and very sought after. We have 100 people from Wyoming that are shuttling in to work at Fresenius, and that says something. I mean, this is a great company. They're really they're there for you, and they're there for their patients. The work is hard. It's physically challenging or demanding, but it's great work, great career opportunities. Nutra, we are hiring there. 8-hour shifts, days, swings, and graves, $11.50 to $14.50, depending on shift. Additional 75 cents to $1 for pandemic pay. I don't know if that's still there, Eric, if that's gone away. But what I do know is they're now doing a piece count rate, and you can make a monthly bonus based on your piece count, which is really cool. An extra $450 a month. It's like an extra paycheck really for a lot of people, and just a cool company. I get most of my supplements from Nutraceutical, unintentionally, by the way. They just happen to have really good brands and supplements that I order off of Amazon. They're getting shipped right out of Ogden. What do you know?
Yep. And like I said, we get very entry-level positions. Again, order pickers, packaging positions. And then we also get your, if you have machine operation experience, they have positions running mixing machines, tableting machines. So those positions are, like I said, can be a little heavier, a little more skilled. So we really, run the gamut of opportunities there. Not everybody is doing the same thing in that facility. There are a lot of different departments that we're supporting.
Yeah. All right. And last but not least, can't forget Layton. Lifetime. We've got positions opening all across so many different facilities. they've really been leading the charge in Layton with wages, make $15 to $16.50 an hour, overtime available, just a staple of the community. Another really just great company, great products, great job, career opportunities for growth. Some of the skill sets you get in those buildings are skill sets you can take anywhere with you. Not a lot of places give you these types of skilled training, on the job training that really, you can use to get some of those high paying positions within Lifetime. And even if you take them elsewhere with you, these are skilled training you can take with you for the rest of your life. Another bakery, Smith's Bakery, ice cream,
Not ice cream
production, bakery.
That's a typo.
Yeah, I got it. You're good. 12-hour shifts. Pick your days. 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. Great company, part of Kroger Corporation. And what I really like about in the bakery part is you can pick your own days, which is really cool. 1 day, 5 days, 3 days, whatever works for you with your school schedule, your kids' school schedule, your spouse's, whatever. Very flexible. So those are the highlights. Eric, I know we're way over time, but again, if you're looking for a career-changing opportunity, Elwood Staffing has them. We have the jobs. We're also hiring internally because of our growth. So please, if you think you'd be a great on-site manager, a recruiter, an on-site specialist, send me your resume, steven.farrell@elwoodstaffing.com, and let's talk. I don't interview everybody, but if you have a great email that's written very well, and you've got a good resume, and you've got the drive, willing to work no matter what until the job's done, I'll talk to you.
Steven loves getting resumes.
I love resumes.
Extra early so you can just read resumes.
3 a.m. If you email me at 3 a.m. your resume, you will be guaranteed an interview. Just saying.
Is that because they're staying up until 3 a.m. or because they're getting up at 3 a.m.?
You got to be getting, if you're staying up till 3, maybe not. But if you're getting up at 3, you've got the interview. I'm just kidding. All right. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate your sharing the different jobs here in Northern Utah. And everybody have a great Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday.
Call us, email, apply. Phone numbers over here.
No one loves resumes as much as I do. I don't know who this person is, Eric, but
fake users challenging us.
Yeah.
You. So,
all right. See you, everybody.
Great jobs.
Take care.